Good looking, boss. Good spot to hang out. Boss hanging out on a nice sunny day. Checking my workout as always. She does a pretty good job of catching mice around here too. And the first video I did about moving this container, I got it close to the slab, but didn't get it quite lined up the way I wanted and had to stop, think about my next move. And you can see here, I've got this end over here way up closer than here, and that's because the whole container was a little too far that way. So I was trying to wiggle it forward by pulling that end and backing this end up, and hopefully that kind of makes sense. It's no axles on this that are allowed to turn, so it's going to only go in pretty straight directions. But what happened was, as I was pushing this end down, this end over here ended up getting buried in the sand a little bit, because the sand over here is kind of fresh and not really compact yet. And you can see here, it really got itself worked right in. As a matter of fact, when I started moving this container, it was over here. This tire was actually over here on the slab. And so that's how far it moved just from me trying to push that end back a little bit. Same with the back one. It got buried down pretty good. You can see I got some wood here. I'm getting ready to do some more work. I've already got it jacked up a little bit, and I'm getting ready to do basically the same thing I did over on this end, which, if you watch my previous video on how I move the shipping container, what I did last time was I built kind of a double ramp 2x6 setup, and it just had so much to go here as far as fill. It was just going to be a lot of wood, and so instead I tried something different. You can see I brought in some dirt. This is crushed stone, and I jacked the whole container up, got the crushed stone down, made these little ramps here with the 2x6s, and then settled the container back down on the ramps. As you might be able to tell, it wasn't very compact. I wasn't able to compact the dirt too much, so once the weight got on there, kind of made it bow a little bit in here, but it's a lot smoother surface, and I think this will be, I'll be able, I believe I can get the tractor behind here and maybe push it on instead of pull it on. Last time I tried a couple of winches with the other container, and I may end up doing a combination. I don't know. I got to see what I can do. Theoretically, I should be able to build this ramp up enough so that I could almost push it on by hand if I wanted to, right? Because I could make it go downhill, slope it a little bit. The problem with that is I have to jack it up so high to do that, as I just said, it gets a little nerve-wracking situation here. This one wanted to go backwards a little bit, and I had to tie the tractor to it to keep it stable. But I was able to get it this close, and it's getting late in the day now, but if I can get this ramp built today, this one has to be a little bit longer because it's got to go full length of the slab here, because the wheel's not going to hit like on that end. So once I get this jacked up, I've got a little bit of dirt left over here. I got a little bit more I got to go get, and just basically build some dirt ramps up in here, and see if we can make that work to get this container on this slab right here. You can see I've already cut my pipes, and other than getting this up, I'm ready to try. Let's get started. All right, first thing I do is decide how I'm going to get this thing up in the air. And my thinking is right here. This one's already off the ground. All right, making good progress. Got a little bit nervous because the other end started to roll a little bit. So I hooked the chain up, but every time I jack this side up, kind of wants to move that end a little bit one way or the other. But it had me a little nervous because this corner was down pretty far compared to all the others. And every time I tried to do something with it, it would either want to roll forward or roll backwards, depending on where that wheel was. And so anyway, making good progress. I got all the weight now off the jacks for the moment. I got them on the stands here temporarily. I'm going to try and reset my jacks and keep going. Basically, we've already got it up quite a bit. Was able to get dirt underneath the wheels here, so I'm going to guess probably another I don't know, 4, 5, 6 inches probably at least. We'll see. I just got to get it up as high as I can until I can see it's going to clear the pad over there. So they are saying there's some thunderstorms in the area, and we've been hearing thunder, so I don't know if we'll end up having to cut this short soon here, but I probably don't go much longer anyway. Once I reset and maybe go one more round, I don't want to leave it up too off the ground too for the night. So see how it goes. What do you think, boss? Bossy boss, is he doing good? Am I doing good? Keeping an eye on my work? Too bad there's no fish in the pond for you. All right, again, making good progress. I'm going to call it a day just because I'm at the point now where I'm getting pretty close to being able to roll it forward, and I'm getting kind of tired and hungry, so I'm going to stop for here, and we'll just come back at this video tomorrow or the next day and finish it up. Basically just got to attach these boards here together somehow, and I still got it jacked up over here, but I think once we let it down, we should be in good shape to push it forward from here. All right, we'll be back right after this break. Well, all right, new day, all rested, ready to go. You can see I ended the video here yesterday where I had it still jacked up off the ground. I got it supported real well here. I did slide some 2x6s underneath just to see how far I'd have to go as far as raising it. But I think I'm pretty much there. I'll need to figure out some way to attach them so they don't separate when I put the weight down on them. And hopefully I will be able to push this on with the tractor. My plan is to get back here somewhere and see if I can't push it on instead of pulling on with the winches like I did on the first one. All right, I've got everything cleaned up. I've got somewhat of a plan here. I kind of screwed them together on top. I think what I'll try to do is, once I get to this point, I'll just relocate it to the back here. I think that'll keep it together enough, hopefully. We'll see what happens. These are the only two jacks basically holding it up right now. Down on the wheels on that end. And what's interesting is I got the two jacks back here to stabilize it, and it actually is keeping it off the ground on this end, in this corner also. So it's kind of interesting how that works, but I'm going to get ready to get these jacks lowered down, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully she won't roll backwards on me. If it looks like it's going to start, then I'll have to, well, I guess I'll go put the forks on the tractor, and we'll start with that. Those are over there. Let's get that done. Okay. Not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about this. Oh, the jack's held up overnight. That's good to see. So I'm gonna let this down a little bit at a time. Let's see what happens here. Didn't get that on video. That was a little nerve-wracking. I don't know if the camera caught that, but it rolled forward. Once I got it down off the jack kind of rolled forward, and the whole thing rolled forward and then rolled back. It used to be up against this chalk right here, but it's moved forward. So it looks like it wants to go forward. This side's in real good shape, actually. It's nice and solid. The other side's uphill a little bit, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to push it. I'm going to give it a try. My other problem, obviously, is stopping it once I get it going. I got these stops along the way here, but that's not to say that it wouldn't roll right over that. So I might have to put some more or bigger stop here somewhere, just in case. But for now, I'd like to see if I can get it moving at all. My biggest concern obviously being that bump right over there. Let's give this a try. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh, I'm holding it in place right now. Okay. Wow, I'm already up to there. Woo! Holy cow. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. All right, moves really easy, no problem at all. I could push this thing right over the slab, it feels like. It rolled this side forward really easy to the point where it's now covering the slab over here. Didn't really move too much over on that end. I had it to a point where the tractor was actually kind of holding it in place when I went to back up. So I relocated the wheel chocks. I'm gonna see if I can back up and get that end pushed up a little bit more. That's the side that's kind of got to go uphill. This is kind of going down or level, so this one's working really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and relocate the tractor, get it more towards that end of the container, and see if I can push that end up. All right, now, hopefully the wheel chocks hold. Let's see what happens here. Nice and easy. Okay, they seem to be holding. All right. Okay. It's gonna move over a little bit. Hopefully that other end doesn't go anywhere. We gotta try and get this end up a little bit more. Hard to see, I can't see the front, so I don't know how close I'm getting until I hit it. And I want to have it square as possible. And I can't grab it right at the end because then the other end won't move at all, I'm afraid. We'll give this a try. Okay, I'm there. Here we go. It moves super easy. Really easy. Really good. I'm at a stuck point. Whoa, right there. I gotta see where I'm up against here, make sure I'm not up against the pad already. It wants to roll backward. All right, making progress. This end's still moving forward faster than that side, even though I moved more towards that end. I'm gonna try and move even a little bit more. So I still gotta get it up onto the slab. I've got about 6-7 inches there before it hits the slab. And then I'll probably have to push it pretty good. I might have to chalk this wheel to stop it from moving up on this side, but before I do that, because I do want it to get more, go more that way anyway, and this will bring it definitely closer to where it needs to be. So I will go ahead and if I can get that first wheel up, and then I think I'm going to be okay in terms of just trying to get it lined up best I can. So move the tractor one more time, at least, and keep going. Okay, here we go. I must be on the slab by now. Okay, here, stop right here. Okay, still moving it pretty good. No problem. I got it up on the, I'll take you over here. I got it up on the slab on this side, and it's really kind of evening out now in terms of being on evenly. So that's pretty good. I think what I'll do is I'll just move my wheel chocks one more time here. I think I'm in a good position, and I'll just go really, really slow. I want to get on as evenly as possible, obviously, so let's get these wheel chocks moved. Okay. got to get more evened out because I'm even on the slab right now, but if I keep pushing that other end, it's going to go on crooked. So I'll see if I can't go evenly from this point. It looks pretty good. Still have to relocate it once I'm got it on, but it'll be on. I still got to get this back tire on the side over here up on the slab, so that's going to hold it back a little bit. And I don't want to push it too hard so it goes too far. Nope, I can't get over that other wheel chock. I got to get over this hump over here, or I'll have to move it back and remove that wheel chock, or it's the piece that's holding the 2x6s together. It's not really a wheel chock, but it's acting like one right now. Okay, a little bit left to go, probably 3 feet. Going good so far. I had to go back a little bit to remove one of the pieces I put on there to hold it together. We couldn't get over it evenly. I still got to get this back wheel on this side on, so that's going to be a little risky, bit of a challenge. You see this wheel here is really got a lot of pressure on it right here. It's really tweaked out, and I got to get it up over here. Other than that, I got to stop here, and I can tip the forks back, and it actually I can actually kind of hold it back a little bit sometimes too. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and keep inching it on little by little until I get it to where I want it. I'm getting close now. I'll reposition the camera up over here, and that way if it does roll too far off the slab, maybe somebody could get a good laugh out of it maybe. There you go. Mission accomplished. Still got to move it up this way a little bit, but that's fine. All I got to do is get these wheels off for now. I've got to move the other container back here that I already put on the slab too. They didn't land perfectly in line end to end, but that's fine. I got a plan for that. Shouldn't be too hard. Put some rollers under here. Should roll pretty easy, hopefully. But for now, pretty happy with the way that came out right there. Matter of fact, I had made some markings after we poured last fall I should say, and that's the corner where it's supposed to be. You can see it's a little bit off, but that's fine. Like I said, I'm going to move the whole thing down. Pretty happy with the position overall, and I think that's going to work out great. Whew, pretty excited about that. There's 2 containers down, 1 40-footer left to go, and another 20-footer. So I'm pretty happy about getting this one into place because this is going to be our power station. I can start working on this one now. Well, once I have it set up anyway. So one step closer. Feels good. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I'll keep praying to heaven and fighting like hell.